Hi everyone, Carol here with Carol's Cricut Crafts. In this video, I'll show you how to assemble these adorable Christmas treat boxes. You can also use them for small gifts. I think they're just adorable. In the description right under this video, you'll find a link to my Facebook group where I share my projects if you want to use it. These are projects I created in Cricut Design Space from basic shapes, so everyone should be able to use the project. Let's take a quick look at Design Space, and then we'll move on to assembling one of these adorable boxes. Here is the project in Design Space. You can see that it's not elaborate, it's quite simple. I did write a note that the white dots on the green are just for visual effect. I'm sure you don't want to cut out all these little dots and glue them on. You'll want to replace them with gems or pearls or sequins, anything like that, or don't replace them at all if that's what you prefer. So for this little note, once you've read it, you can delete it or just hide it in the layers panel. Let's do that. For the little dots, if you're going to delete them or hide them, you just want to go to the group and you can easily hide them there. I also wanted to show you, in case you didn't know, for those of you who are more beginner Design Space or new to Design Space, if you want to resize this, let's select all, and we're going to group it. And I've done it 8 by 8 so I could cut it on value cardstock. But if you want to resize it, even 10 by 10 or 10.5 by 10, whatever size you want, just make sure that everything is grouped and then resize it, and all the layers will resize at the same time. But you want to make sure that your size is a square. So you can do 6 by 6, 8 by 8, 9 by 9, whatever you like, but it should be a square, equal in height as it is in width. And that's all there is really to this project. So I'm going to switch to my overhead camera and we'll assemble one of these adorable little treat boxes. So this is the little triangle box. I think it's absolutely adorable. Someone sent me a photo of it. A friend sent a photo of it and asked me if I could recreate it for Design Space. And absolutely, it was not difficult for me to do. But I did want to research who the original creator was. I did Google and search for it. I found it on one page for a media company. There was no reference to who the creator was. So unfortunately, I'm not able to credit the actual person who created it first, but I love it. And this is my Design Space version of it. I think it's really cute. So we'll just set that aside. This is the base of the project. You see that you have score lines on every triangle and in the center. You definitely want to keep these tabs. They make a difference when you assemble because you don't have any gaps here. They cover the sides, so you don't have any gaps along the triangle. So they're very important. You don't want to change that in the project. If you're making any changes, you want to keep those. You need them for it to fit together really nicely. So that's the base of it. So what we do is prepare our triangles first and then attach them all at one time. So these are, I don't know if they're supposed to represent elf hats or Christmas trees, but I think they look more like Christmas trees with a nice gold skirt. And I did do everything in glitter cardstock, and I used metallic poster board for the dark green. And this black is value cardstock because I was only doing 8 by 8. I was able to use the value cardstock. So these are, you have 2 trees or 2 elves, whatever you want to call them, and 2 Santas. So each triangle has a base. I've cut a plain black base because that makes the box more solid on the sides. And all we need to do is apply these pieces. For this tree, you have only 2 pieces, and I embellished with these little crystal gems, the clear ones. I use those to make it look maybe like ornaments. So we're just going to adhere the red to start on the Santa. And we'll just put a little dot up at the top to make sure it doesn't peel. There we go. And all you want to do is line it up with the hole on the base. Make sure that it's lined up nice and neat. And there's the red. So simple to do, and I think it's so cute. And then the white, again, this is glitter cardstock, Cricut glitter cardstock. And I'll check the website and see if I can find a link for it, and I will put it in the description below. And by the way, when you use my links, they are affiliate links, and I very, very, very much appreciate if you use them. I will earn a small commission from that, but there's never any extra cost to you. Oh, I see this one didn't cut cleanly. Okay, we'll just push it away and I'll trim it off. There we go. There's the red and the white. And I'm just going to line this up to attach the little black belt so I can get it around the same height, so it looks more uniform. There we go. And we'll try and get it around the same height. That should do it, and nice and straight. There's our belt. And then we have the little glitter buckle. And it just takes a little bit of adhesive to attach the buckle. And we'll just center that up. There we go. And I'll just use my brayer. Whoops, I knocked that crooked. That's not good. And I'll just use my brayer to make sure everything is well adhered. Okay, there we go. Now we have 2 of each. Very cute. This is all glitter. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can probably see that in the video. It's all glitter, and this is metallic poster board with gold glitter cardstock. So that's all there is to it, and then we're going to flip this right side out, of course, and we're going to adhere Santa, Santa, tree, tree. So you want them opposite each other. If you make a mistake and put them beside each other, it's not the end of the world. Don't feel you have to destroy your project, not necessary. Okay, we'll just flip this over. And I like to pick things up to align them so I can see what I'm doing better. There we go. That should work fine. And you want to make sure that the holes are aligned because you're going to attach ribbon or string, something like that. That's all good. And then we'll do this one. Very simple to do. Make sure I get into the corners and a dot at the top. That looks good. Okay, we'll pick this one up. Line up our cutouts. That's good. That should be good. And we'll brayer it again. And then we're going to attach these elf hats or trees, whatever we think they are. There we go. And if you use the brayer on this one, you want to be careful not to put too much pressure if you're using these little gems because you don't want to crack them. Just a little pressure, just to make sure the bottom and the top is definitely adhered. So simple, but so cute. Put some adhesive here. And I'm trying to decide what to make next. I have so many Christmas or holiday projects already, but I'd like to add some new ones to my design space profile every year, so we're not always showing the exact same thing. And that's the 4 pieces done. Okay, so we'll flip it back over, fold our score lines, make sure they're all folded towards the inside. Okay, and it's just going to fold up like this into a triangle, nice and neat. So I'm going to take my gold string. I don't have any gold ribbon, or at least I looked, but I didn't really dedicate myself to looking. So this came up first, so this is what I'm using. So I'll put it evenly on 2 sides. Make sure it's even. There, and I find it works better if you cross it over. It's easier to pull it tight. And we'll cross this one over. There we go. See how they're crossed over? And then we'll just pull it tight and make sure our sides are tucking in as we do that. But of course you want to put your gift or candy, treats, whatever, in before you tie it up. But if you want to try it out while you're making them, there we go. And we'll just pull this tight so it all holds together nicely. And we'll make a knot. There, and I'll tie my bow. This is not very good string for this, but we'll make it work. I cut a lot, didn't I? Super long. There, and then we'll just trim it because it's too long. And there we go. That easy. Super, super easy to create, to assemble. Isn't that terrific? I love them. I think they're absolutely adorable. So I hope you're going to make some of these. And if you do, please post pictures in my Facebook group. I often see my projects being reproduced and posted in other groups, but not in my group. And I'd really like to see what you create. So if you do make some, please post photos in my Facebook group. Show me what amazing job you've done. As mentioned, a link to my Facebook group will be right below this video. In the description, you'll find it there. Oh, and before you go, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.